G'day and welcome back to the 40 channel. Now it has been a while since we've done any videos. And it especially has been a while since we've done anything with Sam. Now I've really been putting a lot of work with Sam in the background. But it's a lot of fiddly stuff. The wiring is still going, but I've had success with the wiring. I have finally nutted the entire wiring loom out. Started changing all the plugs out for old for new, cutting out all the redundant and crappy wiring that's in there, tossing that out and fixing it all up. It's not going to be long before I get wiring into Sam and it's all going to be wired up. So fingers crossed, that'll be done very soon. But glass, we need to get the glass in this because it's sort of one of the last external parts of Sam that needs to be done. So let's get straight into putting the glass and a little bit of wiring and some super rare wipers in. Righto, let's try and put some rubbers on and some glass on. There's a left and a right, so don't make sure you don't get them mixed up. Righto, the rubbers have been baking in the sun. Trying to loosen them up and get them all nice and hot and soft. Crack open that seal right there, and that's where we want to get the glass in. So righto, that's on. Now you can soak your rubbers in a bucket of hot water as well. That'll also do the same thing, soften it all up to get it all on. Next thing we need to do is install the rope to help us install it onto the car. One of these tools here makes life so much easier. Putting the rope in, and you won't be able to put it in the car without the rope. It just is impossible. Have a nice little overlap in these top section here. There we go. Right, this is going to be really difficult for me to film, but the easiest thing you do is to go back to one of the videos where we installed all the windows in the FJ40, and hopefully that'll give you a better idea of how we get it in. But a good soak of some nice R1, both sides. We want it nice and slippery. This is where you're going to need a good amount of pressure. So you really need to hug the window really tight as you pull the rope from the inside, and that'll flick the lip of the rubber seal over the lip of the body. You may even want to get a really small screwdriver, lots of lubrication, and just run it around the edge just to pop that lip to make sure it seals all the way around. And then inside, just give it a good press all the way around the edges to make sure it's firmly seated on the body lip. We soaked the whole thing in R1, the seals, the body, the inside, the outside, everything, just to make it all slot straight in, and it worked absolutely beautiful. Obviously, they have a big, giant, foggy, yucky film on the window, but a little bit of Metho, clean that straight up, and it looks really, really nice. Now, when we get to the end of the build, we'll give it a really nice clean with some glass cleaner, but how does that look now? Like, it is coming together. Very exciting. Righto, we've got all the back windows in, now it's time to put the front window in. This is a lock and strip style gasket because this window is a different size window to all your other model 40 series Land Cruisers from 1968 onwards. So, hence the lock and strip. So it'll be cool. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put R1 all the way around it. That'll help lubricate the gasket going on. The R1's also a penetrative, so it'll help get into all these little grooves here, and it'll also protect it from corrosion and rust later on. So triple layer of protection. Anyway, let's make things happen. There's 3 grooves inside the lock and strip. The smallest, thinnest groove goes onto the body, so the gasket goes on the body first. Your big groove there is for our glass, and then the front groove that faces the front outwards, where the locking bit goes. Down. Righto, so and sit it into that groove. It's probably a lot stronger if this. There we go.
So yeah, it's all the way on my side, so you should be able to get it easier.
That's going to be tricky because that's a big flex. Pressure is there. Just a slight pressure. Just chop your hand. Ow! Sorry. Chop your hand off.
Is there not doing my shopping? Oh!
Oh.
I don't have anything nice in this shed.
We ended up getting Jim in because Jack and Aliyah and myself struggled too much, so we got the professional in. Bathurst Windscreens. Thanks for turning up today, Jim.
No worries, mate. Anytime.
Much appreciated. It's good to watch an expert at work. It's coming into the home stretch now. So is that black super glue?
Yep.
Ooh, to hide the...
Doesn't look so crazy.
Nice. I have to say, without Jim's help, I would have never achieved what Jim has done tonight. Looks fantastic, mate. Well done, thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Right, now these were another really difficult part to get. I had one, but my mate Andy Budge, who is a absolute legend at tracking stuff down for these early 60 series Land Cruisers, tracked me down another one of these super rare wiper arms. So T&K, made in Japan, super rare, but not only did he track me down, this is brand new, like there's not a single mark on it, super shiny, like it is mint. But not only did he track me down the wiper arm, he also tracked me down some genuine, new, old stock wiper blades, which, mate, it just tops this off. So thanks, Andy. Look at that, you can just see it just says genuine parts, blade wiper. Yeah, if we pull one of these blades out, just on the plastic here, it's just starting to wear out. It says Toyota genuine parts. They've got the TEQ logo. It's almost a bit sad that I'm going to open up this packet, but we need to. There we go. First time it's been opened in probably 60 years since it's come from the factory. But check that out. Brand new wiper blade. T&K, made in Japan. That is so cool. That is going on the wall. Andy Budge, as you've heard me talk about before, has made some incredible resto parts for these early Land Cruisers. Stuff that just does not exist worldwide. So check out that other link, and there's a whole lot of really cool parts in there. You've got to check it out. But let's get this wiper blade on. No other 40 series Land Cruiser wiper blades will fit the single motor wiper setup from the early 60s. These have like a little locking pin. Drop the pin out. You don't want to lose it, because if you lose it, we're in big trouble. I went online and looked at a whole stack of photos of how people position their wiper blades on these old Land Cruisers, and they're in all sorts of funny positions, and the couple reasons are, well, preference, you can sort of sit them in any direction, but the other problem with these are they're single motor, and apparently it was very easy for them to get out of whack, and you'd have one wiper motor sort of going sweeping down here and one over here, all sorts of issues, which is probably why the reason Toyota went away from single wiper motors to one wiper motor and a cable. Makes much more sense. So I have no idea if these are going to be in sync and if they're going to run together and well, because one motor could be more worn out than the other. Hopefully we don't have to drive through too much rain. We'll just do the locking nut up. All the wiring is now done for the wipers as well, which is really, really cool. Check out the inside and have a look at this. The wiper motors, all the wiring's done. The beautiful new rubber boot that comes from Andy Budge. The wiring runs all the way down through the vent here, pops down the bottom and is wired into the switch. Righto, that's it. We've finally got to the point where Sam is so close to externally being done, it's crazy. All the glass is in, thanks to the help of Jack, Aliyah and Jim in the end. We had to get the professional in to get this lock and strip style in. But yeah, Aliyah gave a huge help. We got all the rear windows in, so that was really cool. We got the wipers in. Again, thanks Andy Budge for chasing them up and helping me out with that. Super rare, super hard to get, and we've got spare wiper blades now, so that's really, really cool. Right, so there's one piece left that we're really chasing down. Righto, so it's the bug catcher window right here that we need to get sorted out. This is another rare piece to the 1965 FJ45 or FJ40, depending what you have. And no one in the world makes a full gasket rubber to fit straight onto this. You can buy some different pieces that you cut and glue and seal together and all that sort of stuff. But RSA, Rubber Seals Australia, hopefully are going to get that nutted out pretty soon, and hopefully we'll have a full rubber gasket to put on our bug catcher window, together with a little locking nut that is also from Andy Budge that has been remanufactured. This is going to look absolutely mint. So this is the last external piece to making the cab enclosed. We're getting there, and it's very exciting. Now my dream is to have Sam finished by Long Drive for a Drought. Yeah, I think it's achievable, but I'm still chasing down some pretty rare parts. I've put some notes out there on the forums, chasing some bits and pieces up. If we can nail that, then Sam will make an appearance on Long Drive for a Drought, as well as Minty. So stay tuned, we've got a few months left. Hopefully we can make it happen, but anyway, fingers crossed. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully there's a few more to come, because we've had a bit of a gap between Easter and Anzac Day and all those other awesome public holidays that were jammed in together here in Australia. But until next time, take care of yourselves.